around the corner, but tell someone to tune in to the George Espenlaub Show on the Spreaker Network. We have standing room only here tonight, but I'll guarantee you we can scrooge some more people in. And I thank you for tuning in. I'm going to introduce our guest to you this evening, a man by the name of Bobby Smith out of Ohio, the great big Buckeye state of Ohio. A pianist, a songwriter, a singer, and a man who's going to tell us his story. So with no further ado, as Charlie always says, we're going to welcome Mr. Bobby Smith to the show. Bobby, welcome to the George Espenlaub Show.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You are a pianist, songwriter, singer, and truck driver. Am I right?
Yeah. I guess Elvis was a truck driver too.
Yeah, that's that's quite a mixture. But you're not only a truck driver. You're one of those fellows that travels across the country, right?
Right. Yeah, I travel in all the states that you don't have to go across water on.
Well, that's good. That's good. I'm glad you're not trying to take your truck across water. Anyhow, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I've been married now for 36 years. I have 2 sons and a grandson. I'm a pianist, singer, songwriter, and that started when I was about probably 15. The ironic thing was that we always had a piano in our home. My oldest sister played piano quite proficiently, but I never liked it and always figured piano was for sissies.
Huh.
And 40 years ago, well, it'd be longer than that, really. I've been married that long, but things were not at all like they are today. You have American Idol and talent shows and just music galore. But I had a daddy that I don't want to use the word trick, but got him saved. I might add, I'm a gospel singer and pianist also. But he was a drinking person, and he really liked jerryleelewis. That was his idol. And when he would come home drinking, we had to hear jerryleelewis. And I got to where I didn't even like the piano. So that's kind of an ironic thing there in my life.
Did he play a piano, Bobby?
Pardon me?
Did your dad play the piano?
No. He didn't play the piano. He practically worshipped jerryleelewis. But he was living his side of life, and our mother was a Christian. She took us kids to church, and so we had that unbalance in the family. But at any rate, one day a colored gentleman from Akron, Ohio, came to our church, and he started playing that piano and had this rhythm that was the most beautiful rhythm I ever heard. It was like jerryleewewis's rhythm, but it was anointed by the Holy Spirit. And right there on my feet, I started making deals with God.
And let's make a deal, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, that was, very serious years ago. I mean, even our church age has grown so different today than then. But I began praying, I'll do anything you want if you'll give me the gift to play the piano. I'll never play in nightclubs. I won't use it for rock and roll. And the deal, that's how you do. And I was just a boy kid. And I knew, George, I didn't hear no thunder, no lightning, but I knew when I prayed that prayer, I had the gift, and I immediately walked up there to that gentleman, and I said, will you show me what you're doing? And he said, I can't read music, just watch. And you know, from there, when he left the piano, I just sat down and started matching sounds, and from there it just started to grow.
Mm. That's a miracle in itself.
Yeah, yes, it is. And then the where all that dream took me. I mean, I had such a desire that I got married when I was 19 years old. Actually, we were just kids, my wife and I. But when I was about 20, I told her, I said, now, there's some things on the piano that I want to do, and I need to go see Jerry Lee Lewis, Jimmy Swaggart, and Mickey Gilley. Like as if you could go see them. Well, we had I don't know what model the thing was, a 65, or it was a little Opel station wagon. And I packed everything up. My wife graciously went along with it. Didn't want to, and we had our first son, who is now 34, and he was like a year old or something, and we headed down there to Nesbit, Mississippi, to Jerry Lee Lewis's house. I was going to have him show me how to play the piano. Well, we got there about 2 or 3 in the morning, and I'd lost the muffler already. The car was falling apart. And it was 2 in the morning. We drove up the piano gates that he has down there, and he still lives there today. And I knocked, and I kept knocking, and I saw the grand piano swimming pool and the nice big fancy cars. And of course, all that didn't intrigue me.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to play. I wanted to play so desperately, and I wanted to be the best, George. I know I'm not, but that passion, drove me. And I kept knocking on the door, and a guy answered the door, and he had a gun, and he had a pistol down in his pants, and I'm yelling, no, hey, don't shoot, And here he said, what do you want? I'm here to have Jerry Lee Lewis show me how to do some fancy stuff on that piano. Yeah, you and everyone else. He ended up being Red West. He was Elvis's bodyguard, and Elvis had passed away a couple of years prior to me being there, and Red had went over to work, I guess you could say that, for Jerry Lee Lewis at the